Namaste. Welcome to Mystery Vault. So, the story begins with a narration where we see a girl who is getting intimate with corpses. Yeah, rolling around with dead bodies in a very eerie, sensual way. Through riddles and cryptic words, this girl wants to tell us that she doesn't see death as an enemy. Instead, she treats death like a lover. Basically, she's saying that after dying, there's a new birth. Something super weird and twisted. At the start, you won't understand any of this, but by the end, everything becomes crystal clear about what this lady is really trying to say. Anyway, the scene then shifts and we see the same girl, but now she's old. This lady is actually a witch named Solveig. From here, the story cuts to another girl named Mickey, who is a college student. Mickey is playing the piano when her father's phone call comes in. She goes to him and then both of them set off in their car to somewhere. To understand where they're going, you need to know more about Mickey. Mickey had cancer not too long ago, and she was cured. We can tell from her short hair a clear sign of chemotherapy, but because of the radiation and chemo, a dangerous tumor has now grown inside her abdomen. The doctors have given up. They say she doesn't have much time left. Without keeping any suspense, let me tell you straight. Both of them are actually heading to that same witch, Solveig. Mickey believes Solveig can heal her. The biggest thing? Mickey doesn't even really know Solveig properly. Neither does her father know much about her. They're just doing this because it's Mickey's last hope. Doctors have already thrown in the towel. Mickey had never even heard of Solveig before. Solveig directly contacted Mickey and called her over, saying she could cure her. But how Solveig reached out? Mickey didn't even tell her father that part. Another detail? Mickey is the one guiding the way. She's telling her father the directions without even looking at a map. Meanwhile, we cut to Solveig, who finds a dead deer covered in buzzing flies. She starts chanting spells over it, performing some ritual. On the road, Mickey and her father stop at a cafe. Mickey thanks her dad for believing in her and trusting the stranger. Her father asks again, "How did this lady contact you? Was it an email?" Mickey says no, nothing like that. The lady reached out to her directly. Her dad presses, "But how?" Right then, the waitress comes to take their order. They get burgers. By now it's getting dark, so they decide to stay at a hotel for the night. In the hotel room, they talk a lot. Mickey misses her mom, who passed away long ago. Mickey goes to the bathroom, and her father's eyes go to the road outside. In the headlights of passing cars reflecting on the mountain, he sees a face forming. We cut back to Solveig, surrounded by swarms of flies. Solveig has this habit. She always speaks in rhythms and riddles, just like in the intro. That night, while Mickey is sleeping, she sees something strange on the ceiling. A weird mass forming and moving, but suddenly it vanishes. Back to normal. This probably hints that her tumor is growing inside. Next morning, they continue their journey and finally reach the place. Her father asks how she knew exactly where to go. No map the whole way. Mickey says she just knew. This is her last hope. Her dad thinks it feels like a scam, but for Mickey, it's everything. Doctors failed her already. Obviously, the father follows his daughter's wishes. They finally find Solveig's house. Made of wood, looking like something straight out of a fairy tale or cartoon, covered in plants and trees. It feels like the witch controls the forest completely. Solveig greets them warmly. Mickey is overjoyed to see her. Solveig takes them inside and shows their rooms. Mickey spots a beautiful butterfly that isn't moving. She asks if it's alive. Solveig says no. Mickey feels bad. Solveig replies cryptically, "So what? It's still as beautiful as when it was alive." Solveig shows the father his room. He bluntly tells Solveig, "We're here only for my daughter Mickey." I don't believe in any of this. Not your ways, not you. It's a 3-day ritual. I'm just pretending for my daughter's sake, nothing more. Solveig responds that he's questioning his daughter's faith. Death is growing inside her. Then she leaves. We get a flashback. A woman comes to Solveig for a delivery. In that birth, the mother was destined to die. Solveig, as a healer witch, helps people, but they fear and hate her too. She cuts open the woman's belly with a thorn-like tool in a ritual way. The baby is born dead, but the mother survives. Solveig regrets it. Her job was to save both, but she couldn't. Back to present. Solveig takes them deep into the forest. While walking, Solveig asks Mickey when the canker started. She calls it cancer canker. Mickey says it began when she was 15. After treatment, the tumor grew anyway. Solveig calls it canker because cancer spreads like a crab. Its legs grow crooked and keep expanding just like that. They talk about the ocean. Mickey describes how beautiful it is. Solveig has never seen it. Solveig thanks her. Then Solveig places her hand on Mickey's belly. Mickey says everything was removed from there. She can't have kids anymore. Solveig calls her fruitless, but then says she's still a tree. Solveig asks for Mickey's hand and puts a ring on it. A symbol of union. Two circles merging into one soul. The ring represents death and life. When one thing ends, another begins. These lines are really deep. Solveig explains, before anything is born, something dies. She sees death not as an end, but as a new beginning. They meditate, then move on. Mickey's father tells her this is all nonsense. He doesn't trust Solveig at all. He's only staying for Mickey. They should try another doctor, but Mickey knows they've tried everything. Solveig is the last hope. Later, Solveig brings food, mushrooms, leaves, forest gifts. There's a dead butterfly in it too. She starts blessings. The father says Amen. Solveig tells him to spit those words out right now. She doesn't want to hear God's words, not because she hates God, but because God stays silent. God doesn't speak or act, yet people pray. How can this be God's will for his daughter? The father spits on the floor. Solveig pricks her hand with the same thorn from the past delivery. She joins hands with Mickey, tells them to close their eyes. Mickey glimpses Solveig's hand. It looks ancient for a second, scaring her. Solveig eats the dead butterfly. The father finds it weird. Solveig tells them to eat the food. Quick detail. Mickey had uterine and ovarian cancer, so her uterus was removed. Chemo caused the abdominal tumor. When Solveig touched her belly, she knew Mickey was fruitless. Scene shifts. Solveig at a decomposed animal. She smears black liquid on her face and says, 1 day to die, 3 days to rise. Then she literally flies away. Yes. Solveig is no ordinary healer. She's powerful. At night, Mickey can't sleep. Her father, Jake, comes in. They talk. Mickey shares a story from chemo days. She met a lady named Cindy, also with cancer. Cindy said she'd pray for Mickey if Mickey prayed for her. Mickey didn't believe in prayers, only in faith. People pray when faith is weak. Cindy prayed and died. Mickey didn't and lived. Her father explains it doesn't mean prayers failed. Mickey's mindset, life and death do their own thing. No need for prayers. What's written happens. Life gives great gifts. Death will too, but that doesn't mean she gives up. She fights with faith in Solveig. Her father says he trusts her, not Solveig, and leaves. Later, Mickey has a nightmare. Young Solveig intimate with corpses, a tree with a bleeding face. Flashback, villagers bury the stillborn baby Solveig revived. Solveig digs it up and treats it like her own child. Present, Solveig takes a snake egg from a hole, symbolizing the same as reviving the baby. Solveig makes tea for Jake. Mickey is there. Solveig drinks it too. Then Solveig and Mickey go to the forest. After they leave, Jake gets sick. Vomits blood, sees a decomposing woman's body. Solveig and Mickey reach a rock. Solveig draws the union symbol. Mickey lies on it. Solveig calls the tumor a crab and says to sing so the crab sleeps. Mickey doesn't understand. Solveig sings, pours waterfall water on her belly, cracks the snake egg. Liquid burns Mickey's skin badly, like fire. Ritual ends, they head back. Jake meets them, furious. What was in the tea? Solveig says, zip, kind of energy. To purify him so he doesn't interfere, Jake asks Mickey how the ritual was. She shows her burned belly. He says this is no treatment. Solveig compares it to chemo, burning the body at cellular level. Sacrifice. To gain, you must lose something. Jake notices flies always around Solveig. Flashback. Solveig revives the baby. Real mother comes with a man. They attack Solveig, take the child away. Present night, Solveig prepares meat. Says it's deer. They ask how she cooked it. No stove, no fire scene. And she never eats. Mickey finally tells the truth. Solveig came in dreams. That's how they found her. We see the decomposing lady speaking in rhythm about life-death cycle, fire and moon, blood and seed, body and bone. All part of cosmic process. Creation is raw, physical, dangerous. Growth and decay go together. Vultures remind of death. When ritual completes, noise stops, movement ends. Natural cycle of birth, growth, decay, silence. Late night, 2 teens throw stones at the house. Jake stops them. They mock him until he says Solveig's name. Then they run in fear. Shows Solveig's terror in the area. Next day, 3rd day, Solveig goes to a cave, calls a snake. It enters her mouth and body. She takes Mickey for the final ritual. Jake is unconscious. Maggots in his mouth. On the way, Solveig sees the dead deer now alive. She's happy. Shows she loves life despite appearances. Solveig sits Mickey on a rock, pricks her ear with a thorn to daze her, then forces the snake into Mickey's mouth. They return her, then forces the snake into Mickey's mouth. They return. Jake wakes. Mickey looks worse. He says Solveig can't cure her. Just giving false hope. Just giving false hope. Mickey gets frustrated, tells him to leave. He does. Mickey hallucinates, sees Solveig as evil, tries to run into the forest. Meanwhile, Jake reaches a hotel. Receptionist asks if he's there for fishing. He says no. Seeing a healer named Solveig, she's shocked. Solveig is a witch, a necromancer who tricks death. People pile stones on her grave for years. Jake says Solveig is alive. Receptionist drops the bomb. Solveig died 2 years ago. Villagers buried her alive after she revived a child. They burned the child thinking it evil, buried Solveig, pile stones so she can't rise. No house exists there. Jake rushes back. Mickey runs, but Solveig flies, catches her, knocks her out with a thorn, drags her to the grave. Solveig cuts open Mickey's belly. Pulls out a fetus-like tumor, apple-sized, like Snow White's poison apple. Forbidden fruit. Solveig is thrilled, thanks Mickey. The tumor turns into a baby form. Mickey dies momentarily. Jake arrives, sees her in bad shape, but surprise, Mickey is alive. Belly normal, scar gone, Solveig cured her. Flashback, villagers burn the revived baby, stone Solveig into grave. Present, Mickey and Jake dig the grave. They find Solveig's skeleton holding a small skeleton. The tumor child. Solveig's spirit couldn't rest. Unfinished desire for motherhood. The child was taken. Through Mickey's strong will to live, Solveig used the tumor to birth the child. Mickey, who couldn't be a mother, kinda became one. Solveig's dream fulfilled. Her spirit finds peace, goes to afterlife. Mickey's reports are now normal. No cancer, no tumor. She's happy. She now believes more in these things than science. Jake believes too. And that's how Mother of Flies ends. A deep, meaningful film. Friends, this was the full story of Mother of Flies. Super deep with themes. Solveig wanted motherhood. Mickey wanted to live. The snake scene, snakes biting their tails symbolize the life-death cycle. Eternal loop. The movie has themes like grief, endurance, motherhood's power, accepting the unnatural when medicine fails. Mickey's normal treatments fail. Solveig's spirit chose Mickey because of her strong desire to live. Perfect vessel to fulfill her wish and find peace. Corpses and flies everywhere. Shows Solveig was long dead, body rotting. That's why Mother of Flies. She tricked death despite being dead. Solveig never hated God or hurt villagers. But they misunderstood, killed her. In the past delivery, doctor said mother would die, baby live, but mother lived, baby died. Solveig revived it. Villagers thought evil, burned it, buried her. Solveig always wanted to be a mother. Finally, through Mickey, she got her child, found peace. In return, gave Mickey the gift of life. If you love this mystery, hit that like button, subscribe to Mystery Vault, and turn on notifications for more movie mysteries. See you in the next one.